Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Age of Empires 3 match, or more accurately, should I say, two more, because today's match is a doubleheader. It's against two guys who are fans of mine who wanted to play with me, and so I was playing with a friend, Mr. Freeze. You've recognized him probably from several team games I've played. I played with him a fair amount, decided to play with me, and this is actually going to start off my India week. Some quick bunny trail there. But so they wanted to play with us, so we ended up playing a game, then we all wanted to play again, so we ended up playing another game. So we have two games here for you today, so I'm going to narrate both of them, but because the game's fairly simple and I'm doing a 10-10 India rush, which is really simple and has been covered before, I don't really want to go into the mechanics of India in this video. I'm going to go into that in a later video this week, because I'm going to be doing India and British this week. It's a story I'm going to tell soon. But I'm not going to go into the mechanics in this video as much as I normally would have, or really cover the gameplay. I'm really just using this gameplay right now to just kind of be a backdrop to talking about my channel, the future, and what I want to do this coming fall, and how I see my channel progressing and changing, if that helps at all. And then, of course, later in the week with our other India matches we'll definitely delve more into the card choices and the tactical choices and the build orders and the things that you guys really like. So I don't want to scare you away and say get out of here, but if you are solely here just to find out the India build order for a 10-10 rush, I highly recommend checking out one of my earlier games. I think around match 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in that area. I remember having 3 or 4 series of games with India that were very, very good. They were well played, I thought, on my part. And even though I've improved a lot as a player since then, there's still a lot of the basic foundations for playing the Indian civilization and understanding them there. So if you're interested in purely a strategic standpoint, just go check that out, and then check back in later in the week for other stuff. This video I want to talk about and just bounce off my plans with you. And I'm asking you guys this before I officially announce it. So I'm just kind of, this is almost a little bit more of a discussion for me as I play the game in the background. The thing I'm wondering about is just how to continue my channel in the future. Over this summer, I was able to upload nearly every day, and some days I was lazy or I stayed up all night doing something else, you know what I mean? And it didn't always happen, but for the most part, we've had 9 or 10 consecutive weeks, or maybe 8 or 7, I'm not sure, but we've had many weeks of consecutive everyday video uploads, and the result of it is the channel has completely exploded. It's simply been phenomenal. But the thing is, that kind of production for me is not going to be sustainable in the fall. I plan, I don't plan. I am going back to school fairly shortly, in about actually 2 weeks or so. Actually, a little less than 2 weeks, come to think of it. I believe like this is my last full weekend at home, and I'm leaving next Friday. So I'm not going to be here anymore in the very short future. And so I'm going to have to take at least a break for that. And then I'm moving into a new apartment, getting all that set up, restarting classes, getting a job. You know what I mean? I'm going to be busy again, you know, like I was over the fall and the spring. When the fall and the spring, the fall I didn't upload at all. In the spring I did a little bit better of a job uploading, but it wasn't as consistent, and it was really kind of patchy. Like it'd be like boom, upload, no uploads for a week or two, boom, upload, no uploads. And so for me, looking at it analytically as a YouTube provider who wants to really do a great job getting you guys great content out there, and I feel like I want to pay back the fans for all the support and the love they've given me, the question for me is, how do I move forward with my channel in light of the fact that I need to I can't put in a video every day in the coming future? And that's one of my biggest issues I'm thinking about. So my thought initially is to end off this summer. I need a vacation from video making. I love doing it. I've enjoyed the summer doing it. I've learned a lot. I've gotten to interact with a bunch of you, and it's been fabulous. But I just need some time off. In fact, it's partially just because I want it, and it's partially just because I have to. I obviously can't make videos while my computer, I use a desktop, is bundled up in, you know, my car being driven across the country. I'm sorry, I just can't do it, right? So whether people like it or not, there will have to be at least a mandatory delay of some time. You know what I mean? And then after that, I'm moving into my apartment I already have a roommate down there, but I got to get my stuff set up. I got to get my Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? I have stuff I have to do. and take care of, and I don't want to have to worry about trying to push out video content as well, because when I try to push out content, the content suffers. Like right now, I had 2 elephants idle. If I wasn't making 2 videos every day this week, those elephants would have been idle. I kid. But you understand, the more content you push out, the faster I have to rush it, the less of a job I think I do, or the less particular with my matches I can afford to be. So I don't want to have to just get back to where I'm going and then just start pumping out videos as fast as humanly possible. It's not going to work out for me. It's going to lead to me being sloppy. I'm not going to enjoy the whole process of moving and getting reestablished, which, if we look at it in one light, could actually be a lot of fun. It's a great time of my life, at least, being a young man who's got a little bit of money, not a lot, but a little bit of money, and, who's got a scholarship to school and going to study and do fun things. And, kind of take that next step in my life. It's an exciting point. So I don't want to, ruin that by trying to have this big obligation hanging over me that I may or may not be able to fulfill, if that makes sense. So my issue here is, not only do I have to take some time off for traveling back, I want to take some extra time off just to get established, to get, my routine going. You know what I mean? The little things. It's going to be my first time in my life not having my own kitchen. Or having my own kitchen, I should say. I mean, I eat at home and I cook some stuff, but I've never been responsible for, all right, you're making your money and you have to go feed yourself. That's, and you have your own kitchen. Yeah, I made my own money and I've fed myself lots of bad fast food, but I've never had to go, completely, buy my own cereal and do this and that and the other thing, you know what I mean? So that's a change. That's a big change that's coming on, you know what I mean? So I have to figure out how I move forward, and I want to get in that rhythm, but I also want to enjoy the process of all this, For me, I'm a very optimistic person, if you can't tell through my videos. So I want to just soak it in and have a good time doing everything. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I feel like I'm saying, if you know what I mean, and if that makes sense, and all these phrases way too much, so my apologies. But that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm looking forward to it, to say the least. So with that being said, I have to take some time off of video making, and I haven't decided yet between, and some people are going to get mad, some people are going to be like, I understand. I'm either looking at 2 to 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks. 2 weeks is not likely. It's got to probably be 3 weeks, possibly 4 weeks. That's kind of what I've decided in my head, and logistically looks necessary. And let me just kind of break that down for you. Obviously, this next coming week, I'm going to be preparing to move, packing up, just last mechanic checks on my car. I got a friend coming in town for a day before, saying goodbye to a lot of friends here where I live, that I'm not going to see until I come back, probably for Christmas. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things there, so I won't be able to make videos. And then once I travel, it's a 4-day drive. It's absurd. I'm then going to get in town, and I have a week before school starts, but I have to get my furniture taken care of, internet, I have to get food, I have to start the process of being a functioning adult. I have to find my job really quickly, find another job, I should say, a job, work. I need to find something so I can, put some bread in my mouth to take care of myself, and then, of course, I start school and the whole new class schedule and people and friends and old friends and new friends, and I don't want to be, no, I can't do that because I have to make videos today. Not saying that I don't, because I do put, you may not realize this, I do put YouTube above a lot of personal stuff. I don't play a lot of video games, actually, outside of YouTube. It's funny, but I actually have a large library of video games that I love, that I have not been able to play yet. And if you're looking at the screen thinking, are those bears? Those are indeed bears. 4 bears, team bears from the Iroquois OP card for sure. But I do put YouTube above a lot of personal pleasure, but I do want to put my real life relationships with other people above YouTube, because that's just simply just smart, normal human activity, So I'm looking to do that, and that's all a big change, right? So I don't want to be bogged down by YouTube while moving down, whether it's like having to get stuff or, whatever the process it may be, that whatever it may be blocking. I want to just kind of feel like I have the time. I don't have the time commitment to YouTube. I want to be able to really just soak in the process and just enjoy all of it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to go for. So, but to kind of break down the timeline, first week will be mainly travel. Second week situated. Third week would be starting school, give or take. A fourth week would really be depending on how school goes and the such. I do know I have to actually fly back home for a wedding of a family friend that's very cool. So I do know I'm not even gonna be consistent. I'm not even going to be able to be consistent for at least early September. You know what I mean? So I have to figure out. Okay, I obviously need some time out. Part of me, it's part of it. Partially, I'm burned out a little bit. You know. All right, I'm tired of doing this. Not that I'm tired of doing it. It's just I've done it a lot every day for a summer. Been great, but you know I've done it. You know, so part of me is like kind of getting, you know, some wind back in my sails, so to speak. Part of it's adjusting to life. So I'm either going to be taking a 3 or 4 week break initially. That's the initial thing. Now, does that mean I'm going to leave you guys hanging because I don't love you? No, I love you. And that's why this week we're doing both British and India uploads. My goal is to add 10 more matches, 5 British, 5 India, to my library of Age of Empires 3 matches before I leave. That way, when you guys, I'm not uploading for a few weeks, that way you have about 85, 89, I don't know, I think it'd be 89, 87, something like that, 87 Age of Empires 3 matches to watch. I know some of you are incredible people who watched all of it, and I feel sorry for some of my older stuff because I'm not hugely proud of it. I know some of you have watched all of it, some of you haven't, that's fine, but I want to leave you with some resources and some plethora of videos for you guys to watch, because each video is slightly different. Even it's not always like a continuous storyline, even though there's some storylines that do continue, like me not building markets or, you know, housing myself. But I want to leave you guys with a big library, and I want to kind of give you guys a farewell and a thank you for now. You know, this is a short term, this is my big hoorah, I'm out of here kind of thing. And then, after I take my vacation, I want to resume video making, and here's where I need your opinion, and I really, I want to hear what you guys think about this. I've been doing Age of Empires 3, but Age of Empires 3 is not necessarily the biggest game out there anymore, and so there's definitely a cap limit to growth of Age of Empires 3. Now, I love Age of Empires 3. I'm never going to stop doing Age of Empires 3, but right now, what I'm thinking right now is I want to do maybe 1 Age of Empires 3 match a week, or maybe 2. I just want to scale it back. I feel like I've oversaturated the market for Age of Empires 3. I feel like there's been a little bit too much of me on the internet. There's too much of me everywhere. No, but you know, 80 matches is a lot of Age of Empires 3 matches. Personally, I don't know if I could sit through 80 matches of Age of Empires 3. I don't watch my stuff, by the way, so I wouldn't know. But you know, I generally don't sit through and watch my stuff ever. Like, I don't even think I've seen like most of my matches. I've watched maybe 2 or 3 that I've added the annotations to, and that's about it. So from one perspective, it's like I don't want to super saturate the market when I do get back into it. So I want to kind of ease back into it. So my thought right now, my initial plan is this. I want to do 3 videos a week. And whether it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday a little bit more. Don't tell people. But I can see Monday, Wednesday, Friday being a very good arrangement for me as well. But what I would like to do is I'd like to upload my matches, or upload a match a week, and then I'd like the other 2 videos to be another series. Whether it's Civilization, I wanted to cover EU4 when it comes out. I love the Europa Universalis franchise. I want to cover the Brave New World expansion, maybe play a game there online. I have a few passion projects. When the new Fable HD, the original, the Lost Chapters come out, I would love to do a walkthrough of that, because that was one of my favorite games of all time. I would also just absolutely love to cover Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR, the original one from 2005. I have a PC copy that's been sitting on my desk, and I've been waiting to do a series on it. And I'd love to do that. And I have SimCity, and I want to do a SimCity series, and I have all these other series that I really want to do. These like passion projects, if you will, where it's like, I really want to do this, I really want to do it. You know what I mean? So I'd like to kind of look into doing that. So I know some of you are going to be like, PTM, if you ever do anything other than Age of Empires 3, we will desubscribe and punch you in the face repeatedly if we ever see you in person. And I get that. You know, you subscribe to a channel for Age of Empires 3. You don't want that channel to then become a dancing channel, you know, how to dance. I can't dance, by the way. So I understand that. I want to honor the fact that I'm an Age of Empires 3 channel, but I'd like to kind of branch in and do some of the other things that I originally wanted to do when I came to YouTube. And for those of you, I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I have a few series I've deleted. So if those of you who go way back with me, who saw some of my early attempts to like check out other series, you'll know that Age of Empires 3 was not the original thing I wanted to do on YouTube. The original thing I wanted to do on YouTube actually was Pokemon. And I've never really done that. I did a brief Pokemon Blue, but it didn't turn out well. I'd love to start doing Wi-Fi battling. You know, I have all these things, other passions I'd like to do in the spectrum of YouTube with Age of Empires 3 going on in the background. Not to mention if they make an Age of Empires 4, I'm totally going to want to do that. But all that to say, I want to kind of branch out a bit. It can get taxing. Think about it. Just look at it from my eyes, right? It does get tiresome occasionally to sit down and say, I have to play this game today. First world problems. I have to play a game. I kid, but seriously, it is taxing to say I have to play a game, I have to edit it, I have to render it, I have to narrate it, I have to render it again, I have to upload it, tying down my computer, you know what I mean? It can be taxing to do that. By the way, we're going to go into the second match right now. It's a 2v2, the exact same people. The only difference is the map is California, the state I currently live in. Woohoo! But all that to say, you know, it'd be nice for me to be able to play Age of Empires a little bit more selectively and play better. Because what happens for me is I have to play so many matches. I'm so worried about getting something recorded because I don't bring other people's content. I only bring what I play, which is something I'm proud of, actually. I like the fact that this content is me playing. I like the fact that you can see me change. I think you guys like it as well. If you don't, let me know in the comments. But I think that's a good thing. I think that's a helpful thing. I think that's a thing you enjoy. So, but my thing is, if I only brought one Age of Empires 3 match a week, right? Let's say I play 10 Age of Empires 3 matches, or 5, right? And I have, like, a Friday night where I go with my friends to the movies, because we often do that, like, because movies are $5 where we're at. It's just a great deal with a student discount. You know, you spend another $3 on a drink, that's $8 for a movie and a drink. Back home, my movie tickets here in California are $13 a ticket. You know what I mean? So for $5, you know, a lot of the friends I go with are from the East Coast, so the pricing's a little cheaper, or is still expensive there. So we're in a very cheap part of the United States to live in for us. So it's very good for us, you know, to be able to do these things, and you know, so we like to go to the movies. But let's say I go to the movies on a Friday night. You know, we chill, we hang, we have a great time. I get back at 2 a.m. and I play like 5 Age of Empires 3 matches. And I record like 2 or 3 of them, and I have one really good one. Or let's say and you know me, I will record a good match even if I lost. Look at my last British match if you don't believe me, you know. It gives me more flexibility to bring better content. Or if I have a Saturday, you know, where everybody's busy or studying, and for some reason I don't because I don't have any major tests, or I'm not working, I have 6 hours and I'm bored and I want to see about getting a really good video out for you guys, I then will be more free to record and bring you better content instead of every single match I record I have to bring to you. And I'd really like to explore that a bit, because I do currently bring you nearly every single match I record to you. I've had maybe 4 or 5 matches that I've recorded that I haven't given to you, and that's either because of horrible lag, like so horrible to the point where it won't come up and work, or it was just like such a badly played match on their part. Sometimes, have I ever not brought a match because I played badly? I don't think I have. Like, I'm not ashamed of showing you guys I'm a noob. I try not to be. You guys know I'm a noob. I know I'm a noob. Who cares, right? So, but for me, I feel like it would really allow me to be a better player too, because I don't practice micromanagement. You guys know that. I don't practice build orders. You guys realize that? Every time you see a video of a week of a civilization, watch the first episode in that week and watch the last. Just watch the difference of playstyle, right? In 1 week of making videos, in about 5 or 6 matches of the civilization, I become way better. Now imagine what I could do if not on camera, not having to waste my time trying to render and get stuff to you. I played the video, you know, I gotta play more. I would be such a better player and the content would be so much better. I could actually focus on it rather than just bump-dee-bump-dee-bump going civ, which has a purpose and it's fun. but it does get kind of tiresome. And the truth is, if you talk to the experts in the game, Mike21Diesu, his channel is linked in my description, in my cool people on my channel about. He's one of the very few people who will play all the civilizations, but even he will admit he's really masterful with just a few. He's just masterful with just a few. Interjection, great guy. Masterful with just a few. You know? It's very, very unusual for somebody not to just sit with a civ and master it. And I've never sat with a civ and really mastered it, besides Russian and Treaty. And Russian and Rush, I haven't mastered. But I feel very, very good with how much I know Russian and Rush now. But all the other civs, I don't know India amazingly. I don't know when to buy markets and the such. I do now with Russia. And I'm way more experienced. But you know what I mean? So it's one of these things where if I have more time to play and enjoy it on my own, then I'll just bring better content. And then you'll say, but BTM, you won't bring us content, right? But see, that's the thing. People do what they want to do. And I want to bring you Age of Empires 3. So I will bring you content. Sometimes I don't because of work or this or that or the other. But I never just say, well, screw it, I'm out of here. I don't care. Because I do want to bring you guys content. You know what I mean? So you're not going to be left in the dark if I start uploading less. I think the channel quality will be good and it'll still help the channel work out. Now, what does this mean for us? Oh, another thing I'd love to do for our channel, and I'd love to know whether you'd like it or not, I would love to do some vlogs. Like, I'm not an incredibly handsome person, but on a scale of 1 to 10 of handsomeness, I gotta be pushing a 9.6. I kid. But I'm a really creative person. I'm a film student. I have all these ideas. I'm going to have access to a camera where I'm going. Like, I would love... I'm also another major, so I'm not just a film student. In case you think I'm a complete bum and I'm going to work at Starbucks, it's not true. Not all film students do, just most. I kid. But, you know, I'd love to do a vlog. I have all these creative ideas out, passions, and things I want to do that I'd like to be able to explore. So I want to trim back the Age of Empires 3. So let me know what you guys think about that. Because I feel like at this point in time, coming into the 80s of the matches, and by Christmas we'll definitely be in the hundreds, where else on the internet, pro or not, are you going to find 100 Age of Empires 3 matches? Let that sink in. 100 Age of Empires 3 matches with every civilization and a huge variety of strategies. Plus it's narrated, which could be a plus or a minus depending on whether you like my voice or not. But there's a huge breadth of material that I've been able to give y'all. So it's crazy, and I don't want, there's no real purpose to me at this point now that I've covered every civ and every map and water and land, and you've seen at least one fast revolution and such. I could do my own fast revolution if I had time to practice it and master it with a civ, you know what I mean? So there's all these things I could do. I feel I could do better if I kind of scaled back. And so what I really want you guys to tell me is, first, I want you to tell me, BTM, you're handsome, and I'll love you no matter what you post. That's the first thing I want you to tell me. I joke. But no, seriously, the first thing I want to tell you, is this okay? Do you guys like the idea? Well, you might not like the idea, but are you acceptable to the idea that I upload maybe 1 or 2 Age of Empires 3 matches a week, higher quality, with, another series going maybe 2 other times a week? Is that okay with y'all? Will you guys was that acceptable? I hope it is. Let me know. If it's not, we'll see, because I do want to keep you guys happy. And then let me know, is a vlog a good idea? What about the other games? What about Rome? What about, or Rome 2, right? Total War 2 or something like that? My roommate plays it, and a lot of other people I know play it. What about Civ? What about EU4? Are these things you'd like to see me kind of branch into? They're things I would like to do. What about, so I'd really like to see where I take my channel now. It's a gaming channel. That's not going to change. But I want to know what happens next. I want to know how I move forward. I want to know how I make my channel better. And the area I see my channel as weakest are 2 areas. I think we're really weak as a channel in my narration. I think we're really weak as a channel in my gameplay. I can bring you HD quality. I have a pretty organized layout. If you come to my channel, it's very easy to navigate, find the videos. The newest videos are pushed up to the front. I do a lot of really good things in that way. But I do strongly feel as though I am really weak relatively in how well I can play this game. And I want to improve that. I want to make it better. I want to do a good job for y'all. So let me know what you guys think. If this is just poppycock and I should, quit YouTube or just do the exact same thing, let me know if you guys think that. I'll respectfully disagree, but this is what I'm leaning towards right now. One Age of Empires 3 match a week with maybe 2 other videos of another series that I can do well. I think that'd be a lot of fun for me to do. And that's kind of what I'd like to do, to be honest, at this particular moment. That's where my heart is. That's what I want to do. And lastly, let me just say, you guys rock. I wrote on my wall, like literally on my wall, I put a little piece of paper on it at the beginning of May when I came home from school. I said 1,000 subs. I'm looking at it right now. It says 1K subs and 100K views. And my goal at that time, when I had around 400 subs and 45,000 views, it was like literally to double, slightly more than double my channel by the end of August. And here we are, 6 days into August, and we've shattered that. Like, you guys may not, well, you guys are smart, you do realize it, but it was never pushed to you. I never said, I have a goal and we have to hit it. But for me, I've been looking at that paper every day, and I decided that the best way to grow my channel was try to do the best content I could and make it as good for you guys as I could. And it seems like you guys have really responded well. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that. I'm at 1,024 subscribers. If you told me a year ago, last summer, around this time, when I was just starting my channel, in a year, you're going to have taken about 8 months off and not done it, but then you're going to start actually trying to make YouTube work for you, and you're going to have 1,000 subs, I would have said, dude, you're ridiculous. You're stupid. Get out of here. And now it's like, it's a reality. It's not just craziness. It's happened. We made it happen, and that to me is just like absurd. I cannot fathom the fact that it has worked out so well for us. It's crazy to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've been looking at that every day and thinking that's what I wanted to achieve, and you guys achieved it for me. So I greatly appreciate it, and I am in your debt in many ways, probably more than you realize. So that's kind of my rant. So I would love to find out vlogs. I actually, you may or may not know this, probably not, because I think I deleted the video series where I did the Pokemon series. I talked a little bit more about my life. I've played football for a long time in high school. I played 4 years of varsity football in high school. I've studied working out a lot. I could do a workout series vlog. I could do a fashion series vlog. I have a lot of great ideas, skits, funny things, interactions. I don't want to say I'm an amazing person, but I've been told I'm pretty funny as a person. I feel like I could bring some comedic elements. I know that other games I have a huge passion for I'd love to bring to you guys. Like I said, Age of Empires initially wasn't what I was going to do on my channel. So I'd really like to know what it is you guys think of this, and whether, it works or it doesn't. Who knows, right? Who knows? But I have all this. I really want to make this turn out well, and we're going to see how it goes. So that's what's going on. Either way, to say, I guess in summary, and by this point you're like, BTM, stop talking. You are such a stupid person and fat, and nobody likes you. I'm not fat. I'm slightly chubby. Let me personal story here, since personal stories often connect to the audience, and I'm sure you guys all understand this. So while I was at school, I was doing so well health-wise. I was drinking lots of water. I was exercising every day because I had access to a free gym. I was running every day. It was great. I lost like 10-15 pounds. My waist size dropped by 2, and I was like literally like looking pretty svelte for a guy. I was like, I don't know if that's the right word, by the way, so my apologies. I was like, I was doing really well for myself, and then I came home over the summer. I've gotten a little bit chubby again. I've gained like 5 pounds. I haven't gained the waist size back yet, but I haven't been as nice looking as I once was, and that's kind of distressing. But I'm looking forward to getting back in, losing the weight. I don't even know why I told you that personal story. Moral of the story was I said I was not fat, but then I felt like I was fat, so then I had to tell you I was fat. I don't know. But see, I could give you guys my ramblings with you actually looking at my face. You guys don't know what I look like. I'd love to hear in the comments what you think I look like. Be generous, please, and you know, be generous. You are 6'5" and incredibly handsome, with flowing long black hair. Let's see what else. Chiseled muscles from head to toe. That's actually fairly accurate. I shouldn't give you guys too many ideas. But, you know, I don't know. The YouTube thing was an experiment for me to see and to learn. And honestly, at the end of the day, I thought it might be just a cool thing to put on my resume. Like, I started up my own YouTube channel and did well. And it was really just my own passion project. And I wanted to see if I can make it happen. And it really has. So, I would love to look forward and I would love to see where we can take this now. Not leaving my Age of Empires 3 roots, but kind of moving forward and seeing and improving in a way, you know. But who knows? Who knows at all? And as you can see, these two games, me and my friend have had a lot of fun. We've just been kind of screwing around. Not to be mean, they're slightly lower ranked, which is okay, right? I'm a noob when I play certain people and I get killed, like you saw in the last video, right? So there's no shame in not winning every game, because nobody does, right? We're just humans. But we were having a little bit of fun, trying some of the funner strategies in the game, you know, sending some team cards and wolves and scouts and, you know, some fun stuff like that that's pretty exciting to use. So it was a lot of fun to play and record this. And I'm going to keep talking just because I don't want to have like 5 minutes of dead video. But please let me know in the comments what you think. By the way, in case you're new and you didn't know, I do read every single comment. That's right, and I think I've responded to most, if not all of them. There's a few comments where I wouldn't want to say I roll my eyes, but I'm kind of like, you didn't just post that, did you? Like, I can't respond to it because I feel like it'd be inappropriate for me to, you know, or it's like, it might, but 99% of comments I think I respond to, and you can look at them and you can see that I do eventually get to every single comment. And I don't check Twitter that often, but YouTube comments I am on top of. I check the inbox like 2 or 3 times a day, and I check all the new stuff. So I'd love to know about that. Oh, speaking of YouTube inbox, I am going to be doing some co-op stuff with some people you guys like. So that's just an FYI, FI for your information. FYI, yeah, that's just an FYI. You know, I am going to start looking and bringing you some co-op stuff. I've had like 2 or 3 series like planned out, almost to the point we're going to do it, and then summer travel plans or this or the other kind of stopped us, but those should be coming at some point in the near future. Oh, another game I'd love to do is Minecraft. I'm a very creative Minecraft builder. I haven't played Minecraft in about a year though. That's right, I played it like in alpha and beta a lot, you know, and then they released the game and I played it shortly after that. Then I stopped playing it. It just, you know, I had bigger things to do. Like, I quit playing actually about the time I really started my YouTube channel last summer. That was like the last time I was seriously into it, because then Age of Empires became my game of choice. So, but, you know, I played Age of Empires though for like 8 years, so it's not like I picked it up for the first time. It's just, it became like the main game. I still play other games a slight amount, but like, you know, if you have an Xbox, right, and you like to play it on your free time, you might play, let's say, twice a week, 3 times a week, right? And for me, it's like, if I have a computer game, because I prefer PC games in general, although I do play Xbox rarely, but I'm decent at it. For me, if I get to sit down and game 5 times, generally 4 out of the 5 times I have to do Age of Empires 3, and then I'll get one night maybe where I'm uploaded everything, and I have something recorded for tomorrow where I can then sit and play something else, and I get to enjoy that. So that all around, I don't remember what I was ranting about right there, but that's kind of what's going on, where my heart's at, what I would like to do. So, but like I said, I love the likes, I read all the comments, I love all of you guys. Seriously, fabulous people, every one of you. Like, I can't believe you guys are subscribing to me, and it's really fascinating to me that you subscribe to me, because my channel's still a work in progress. I'm not there yet. I still have things I need to get better at. My narration, my gameplay, you know, even my thumbnails. Actually, I really like my current set of thumbnails, but, you know, there's all these little things I can do to improve my channel still that I'm trying to improve. And so I appreciate the fact that you guys have shown me love and stuck with me, and more people are coming to me. That doesn't make sense, but it does make sense, kind of. I don't know. But, okay, I guess before I leave today, let me just give you a hearty har. Thank you. Hearty har. If you can tell, I'm tired. I also have to, and this is something you definitely don't want to know, but I also have to go to the bathroom really bad because I was drinking a huge Diet Coke before I started narrating this, and like a minute into the video, I had to go. And I was like, I don't want to stop recording and have the sound different. I don't want to whatever. So I've been sitting here having to go. So I think I'm going to go because the video's done. Thank you guys so much. You got 8 more matches coming before I take my summer break. I love you guys. Until next time, BTM out.